Since splitting from Citroën in 2014, DS Automobiles has worked hard to establish itself as a credible alternative to the formidable German premium car brand. Over the past few years, the company has made significant progress, laying the groundwork for an onslaught of new products that will see the brand transform into a pure electric manufacturer. The new DS7 will be an integral part of this plan, acting as a go-between for the brand's petrol-powered cars and upcoming all-electric cars. Despite its fresh appearance, it's actually a heavily revised version of the old DS7 crossback, complete with a new plug-in hybrid powertrain, additional driver assistance kits, and more modern interior technology. DS certainly thinks so, and this reworked luxury SUV is just the start of the brand's ambitious growth strategy. This wastes a lot of time and money on Formula E, which has forced its nameplate to become the most prestigious eco-friendly motorsport and cemented its position as an environmentally conscious automaker. DS is supporting this move with its grandiose goal of electrification for its street cars, announcing that, starting in 2024, every new model it launches will be electric only. DS will still sell petrol-powered versions of its current DS4 hatchback and DS9 sedan in 2024. By 2026, the company says it will retire all of its internal combustion engine cars. It's a bold strategy that will see the DS beat rivals like Audi, BMW, and Mercedes in the race to go EV only. So far, the attack appears to be working. By the end of 2022, DS Automobiles' share of Europe's premium market had more than doubled year over year, and the company's sales had overtaken those of Lexus in Europe since 2020. But in order to sustain that momentum to make the big shift towards EVs in 2024, DS will need to continue selling cars. Preferably a car that befits its eco-conscious branding and one that looks good alongside options from its more mainstream premium competitors. As the aspirational flagship of the company's range, the DS7 has a lot of responsibility on its shoulders. Scroll down to see how it compares to its competitors. Rather good. On the surface, the DS7 looks a world apart from its lesser sibling from the Stellantis group, thanks to its high-resolution 12.0-inch infotainment screen, 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster, luxurious leather, watch band, coating and use of soft touch materials. Freely. The layout is also unusual. There are no buttons on the doors. Instead, the controls for the electric windows and door locks have been moved to the center console. They are operated via a stylish set of angular rocker switches, which are not shared with other brands in Stellantis. There's more factory-specific trim scattered around the 7's cabin, such as the knurled aluminum volume tumbler and the diamond-shaped start button in the center of the dash. This suggests DS is trying to position itself above its peers and appreciates the effort. Still, start digging and see where the DS cut corners. The gear selector, for example, is exactly the same unit found on the Vauxhall Corsa, while the door handles and steering wheel are lifted from the Citroën C4. That Stellantis is just trying to maximize its assets, but for a car that is positioned right at the top of the list, looking at some of the bespoke trims for the most common points of contact. At least the DS7 is wide. The cabin has seating for 5 people, and there is plenty of leg and headroom wherever passengers sit. The rear seats also recline, which helps reduce the burden of long journeys for those sitting on the bench. Unlike some PHEV rivals such as the Toyota RAV4 and Kia Sportage, the electrified version of the DS7 doesn't sacrifice any boot capacity to make room for the battery and motor. Both the diesel and PHEV variants have 555 liters of space with the rear seats installed and 1,752 liters with the seats folded flat. That puts it in the middle of the class, ahead of the Volkswagen Tiguan and BMW X1, but far behind the Land Rover Discovery Sport.